What's up, guys? Hi, and welcome to today's leg workout. This is recorded on the correct day and everything, so +1 consistent YouTube consistency point for me, which I'm pretty low on these points at the moment, but we'll be working on it. Today was a mediocre workout, I will say. I did manage to achieve that 8 rep 130 kilo squat again. Just going to look at the depth here. Doesn't look super good, to be honest. Yeah, I would say that depth is somewhere around the limits of what I think is okay, possibly above. But I did get that 130 times 8, which is solid. However, the deadlift still is pretty stuck. I'm not doing really well there. So more work will need to be put in. This was a workout which should have been performed on Friday. However, I skipped Thursday's upper body workout and did that on Friday. I also took a rest day yesterday on Saturday, which means I'm doing this on Sunday instead of Friday. So I kind of half skipped those workouts. I procrastinated them a few days forward, which probably doesn't affect my strength development much, but it is a discipline issue, and I will probably have to take tomorrow off from training in order to recover. In case I didn't mention it, I am becoming sick as well. Right now, as we speak, I have a little bit of a throat ache and I'm becoming increasingly stuffy in my nose. So sickness on the way as well, which I'm not particularly worried about. I know who I got it from. That person isn't particularly sick either, but it is a problem. Sickness does derail gains, but I'm just not willing to get weaker at this point. So I'm just going to literally willpower my way out of this sickness. I will be sleeping and so on, but I'm going to try to use my chi and just destroy it from the inside out. I'm not going to accept being sick. I'm just not going to get sick. Fuck that. Don't need it. And let's get back into training on Tuesday. So without further ado, I will be going to bed now and let my immune system do its thing, fight a battle. Just as I did with my younger brother today, we were sparring for like an hour, which probably had a little bit of effect on this workout, but yeah, no excuses. Honestly, I was feeling pretty good, and I took extra rest before this as well, so I can't really do the I'm tired excuse either. But what I can say is I need to be a bit more consistent here. The effort needs to be turned up one notch, not multiple notches. Don't need to go crazy. I just need to do a bit more than what I'm doing. I'm not quite there yet. I'm not quite locked in here when it comes to the legs. I am with the upper body. Legs is more painful, more difficult. I need to really make sure that I'm doing these 2 leg workouts per week, not skipping them. And in addition, I really need to make sure that the intensity is a little bit higher than it is right now. So that is something I'll be working towards here these next few weeks, and if I manage to do so, my body will yield the results I deserve once I deserve them. So at this point, my progress is within my control. Granted, my genetics put a roof on the progress, but if I make progress through the summer, I've done something right. If I don't, it's just my fault, unless I get hit in a car, unless I get in a car crash tomorrow or something, unless, something really weird happens, unexpected like that. If I don't make progress this summer, that will just be my fault. It will simply be a skill issue and a locked in issue, so to say. It will 100% come down to how hard I'm willing to work for the results that I want. So I will be getting after it. I'm motivated, and that's the most important thing. As I said in the workout video I just made previously, at this point, motivation is more important than discipline. Because you can have the discipline to push yourself through things you don't want to do for pretty long, but unless you're an unreasonable person, you're probably not going to push yourself through things you don't want to do for a lifetime, so to say. People gravitate towards what they want to do over time, and that's what I want to do with my training, is not just force myself through my entire life to train super hard and to hate it. I want to like it. So I think it's much more important that you actually like training and you actually do it, rather than, skip it eventually, maybe let's say you go for an entire year of training very hard and very consistently, and you just hate it so much that eventually you just stop training altogether. That's the worst possible outcome. A really good outcome is, well, I don't really enjoy the weight training right now. I'm going to do a few months of calisthenics. At that point, you might be getting weak on some things, but you're getting better at others, and you get that, healthy, happy mode where you're working towards something new. Maybe you don't like the weightlifting right now. Maybe you want to focus on hiking. At least you're doing strenuous physical exercise. The moment you stop doing that, you won't get negative effects at all. You'll feel completely normal. But a few weeks or a few months after you just decide, fuck this, I'm not gonna train, I don't like it anymore. It only takes a few weeks for you to start having issues. You get tired walking in the stairs. You notice that you're kind of weak when you lift heavy objects at home. You notice you just start looking a little bit worse, a little bit fatter, a little bit flatter in the arms. When you stop training, just as when you start training, you have this kind of built-in slow motion effect where when you stop training, you won't notice your losses immediately, and when you start training, you won't notice your gains immediately. But the losses or the gains will accumulate over time according to level of effort. So stay on top of your shit, guys. I definitely will be trying to do that myself. I'm literally a minor influencer on you guys, and me being locked in is important. As long as I'm posting these videos, I expect myself to strive for progress, which is what I will be doing here. So I will be going to bed now, trying to work on this virus, whatever I have, trying to destroy it in my sleep, fighting those bullshit little particles in my blood, and we'll be going to work as well tomorrow, crushing that. So we'll see you guys on Tuesday. Goodbye.